Okay, I've got a pretty cool adventure that I'm headed out on. I even missed a turn. Came in the wrong way. I mean, the sky's just open and it just started pouring that rain. Pouring. Here, I'm going to be leaving tonight. And my son's going to be coming with me. And this is going to be a backpacking trip that we're going on. So it's going to be pretty cool. We're going up on a mountain, which I really enjoy. We're going to backpack down into a couple of ponds, spend a couple of nights there, do some fishing, hiking, all the good stuff in life. So I'm excited. Right now, I'm just trying to get everything packed up because this is one of those trips that we're leaving the vehicles and we need to carry everything on our backs, get down in there and do this trip. I'm actually leaving tonight to go up to a girls' camp. There's a youth group from our church that put together a camp for the girls, and so I'm going up to help with that tonight, and going to take some dessert and hang out with them. And then I'm meeting up with the youth group, the boys' youth group, and we're going to head off and do this camp tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a fun time. But this is the whole layout here. So I've kind of put it into groups. So this is all of our tent, sleeping bags, pillows. Yes, I'm bringing an inflatable pillow because I want to sleep. Backpack, that's going to be my fishing gear backpack that I'll kind of use for the day trips. This is toiletries, wipes, first aid kit. That's just got some miscellaneous binding stuff in it. My spare clothes, raincoat, hoodie, my wide brim hat. This is my son's stuff here. Rain boots, because his feet will get wet. His clothes, and then the backpack he's going to carry. This is all of our food that we're taking, with some fresh stuff, some oranges, things like that, but then some dried stuff. Water filter, just another kind of water container. Net, because there's going to be bugs, and then just some sacks, garbage sacks, stuff like that. Always handy to carry and super lightweight. They don't take up any space, but you can use them for so many different things. So I usually have a handful of those. Utensils and a rag, bug spray, sunscreen. This is the filming stuff, my drone batteries. I kind of fit into this. This is a little two-way radio case that I took the radios out of to put all that in. Controller, there are going to be bears, so I'm bringing that. And then kind of our toiletry stuff, and then my GPS, headlamps, and this is a solar panel that I can plug into and charge batteries and stuff during the day. Hopefully there's going to be sun. Looks like there is going to be some rain, but I brought that along. And then our fishing poles, my son, and then my walking sticks. And this is for Toner. Luckily, I've got Toner. She's going to carry some stuff too. So in this bag, I've got her food and then our 2 blow-up mattresses. I did that because they're evenly weighted, evenly distributed. And then just a leash, which I'll probably only use for the pack-in because it's kind of a narrow trail, and she won't realize how wide she is with that backpack on, and so she'll knock people off the trail if I just let her run free. So I'll have her leashed for the hike in, but then the rest of the time she'll just be off leash. She sticks around and does good. So the next challenge is I've got to fit all of this into my big backpack and my son's backpack. I will be honest, there's a good chance that this sleeping bag and that tent are going to go on a couple of pack horses. We've got a guy that's bringing some pack horses for some of the bigger things that we're going to provide for the group. So I'm really hoping that there's space for those, because they're just, I only have one. I've just got this one kind of backpacking size sleeping bag, and of course there's 2 of us going, so I needed another sleeping bag, and then that tent's just heavier than what I normally carry. We were planning on sleeping out under the stars, but there is going to be rain. And my son hasn't really done a under the stars type camp yet. And so I just felt like with the chance that, or the surety that there is going to be rain, it'd be best if we just brought a tent and just had a tent set up, because it's going to be a couple nights. It'll just be comfortable. We can put all of our stuff in there, keep it dry. Makes more sense. So, so I'm hoping, like I said, those two items there, the big sleeping bag and the tent, I'm hoping those two items can possibly go in on a horse. If it can't, I can carry it. I've already tested out the weight and stuff. I think it'll be fine. But it'll just be a lot easier on me if I don't have to, especially since I'm going to be carrying extra stuff for my son too. So so that's the next challenge, is trying to put all this in backpacks and get it all put together. All right, we're getting ready to leave. Unfortunately, I just weighed my backpack, and I was guessing like 60, 65 pounds. Nope, 45 pounds. Man, I feel like a sissy thinking that this was that heavy. It feels heavy. I know there's going to be a lot of you backpackers out there that are going to be like, oh, that's nothing. But for a guy like me that sits in an office most of the day and just doesn't carry a load like that on his back, it's heavy. But I think I'm going to be okay. I'll manage all right. Oh, wrong door. I think I'll manage all right getting in and out, and we'll make it happen. So we're gonna get loaded up in the rig now, and I think hit the road and get things started. Well, it is, I guess we'll call this day 2. We're up here on the mountain. Well, I guess kind of more on the edge of the mountain. We're at a higher elevation though, at this girls' camp. And we got here last night. Things happened pretty quickly. I'm helping out, providing dessert, all that fun stuff. So it was way after dark when we ended up finally putting up our tent and hitting the sack. But it was a beautiful morning up here. You can see some of the tents kind of through the trees there. But just a beautiful spot up here. The sun's just starting to come up, and people are starting to kind of get up and roam around a little bit. And from what I understand, breakfast should be ready in about 40 minutes or so. And then we're gonna try and stick around and help them pack up camp, and then we'll hit the road to our next destination. So that's the plan right now. When I get to that next spot, that's when I'll really be able to get the drone out and kind of show you some beautiful country. Things will slow down a little bit there, I hope, and be able to enjoy just kind of the scenery, the setting, the camaraderie of the people that are going to be up there, the chance to go camping with my son, and just the beautiful area. So I just thought I'd give you a quick update of what's happening now, and then I'll get back with you once we're on the road again and on to the next spot. But isn't this just a pretty area? I mean, just beautiful, just beautiful. Well, we're all packed up, and we're on the road again now. Got double T in the back and toner there, and we're just caravanning out on this dirt road here. I borrowed my trailer to the girls group that came up, so that's why we've got a quality printing logo on the back of it. Pretty cool, huh? Worked out good. They filled that up with kayaks and backpacks and tents and chairs and tables and all sorts of fun stuff. So, but we're just following them out, getting them on the road, and then we're going to split off and go find our group and head up into the mountain and start our boys' adventure to go up and fish and camp and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. It's going to be a ton of fun. Okay, we are on our way. Got the backpack on. Double T's got his pack on. Toner's got her pack on. And half the group's already down here. So we're just gonna start making our way down through here and see what we can find. I think we've got rain coming behind us. So I'm hoping
we can get there and get mostly set up before that hits, but we'll see how it goes. Well, we've arrived, and I'm just barely getting tent set up, get it all laid out. The sun's finally out. When we first got here, it was pouring down rain, thunder and lightning, and I even missed a turn, came in the wrong way. But anyways, added about an extra mile to the hike, I think, and poor Double T wasn't very happy. Got this beautiful flowing stream right here that runs into the pond, but I went ahead and set up the filter anyways, just in case. I'd hate to get sick on this trip. So I've got my bottle filling down there, and then I'm going to go ahead and refill that one more time and take it back to camp with me, just so that I've got a supply there. I don't have to walk all the way back here. It's not far from where we are, but just a nice convenience. So, and then hopefully next I'm going to start showing you all this, because it's pretty spectacular. Well, this is our setup here. What do you think, Double T? Pretty good, isn't it? So we've got our tent set up. Got Double T here. I'm over here. We'll put our stuff in the middle. Toner will probably hang around here. I've got one sleeping bag over there because it got rained on. Got some wet, so we're trying to dry it out real quick. But really a cool spot. I'm excited to be here, and just been a beautiful day. It was raining when we first got here, so we didn't get set up right away, but it's cleared off and just absolutely beautiful. So we've been out, played. We're gonna grab some snacks here, and we might go try and do some fishing, but I'm gonna leave you with some videos right now to enjoy, because it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna send the drone up and make a little clip for you to make a little clip for your viewing pleasure. morning. It is the morning of day 3, I think is what we're calling this. And I'm up pretty early. I think I'm the first one up actually in camp. Well, first one if you don't count Toner. She got me up extra early and needed to go out, and by the time she came back in and things settled down, I figured I was probably ready to get up and get going. So I'm gonna go get some water, get that filled up, and I figured I'd bring my poles, see how I do it fishing. And while I'm doing all that, I think I'm gonna set up a time lapse for you to enjoy. Because right now, this is just beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. So I'm gonna see if I can find a spot to set you up so that you can enjoy this morning view with me. And yeah, we'll do that and take it from there. Well, I just came and picked this up from that time lapse that I did. I'm kind of wishing that I made the interval a little bit different, but I just wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and I didn't want to use up a bunch of memory space on it if it wasn't a good one. So we'll see how that goes. But it's beautiful again. This mountain is a little bit of a mystery because it'll be beautiful and sunny like this, and all of a sudden you'll start hearing rumblings and the clouds start to come together. And that one, when I was setting that up, just created a downpour. I mean, just a huge, sorry, let me move that bag out of that hand. I mean, the skies just opened and it just started pouring down rain, pouring. I got back to camp underneath the tarp we had stretched out, and I was drenched. But it hung around, rained and poured, and then sprinkled, And next thing you knew, the clouds are starting to break up. And here we are, just as beautiful as can be. And just awesome. Sun's out, everything's starting to dry out, the birds are chirping. Just a beautiful, beautiful scene before us again. I think what my plan is maybe hang around for another hour or so, and then I think I'll hike over to that other lake over there and try fishing out of it a little bit, go explore over there a little bit, because I just haven't been over there yet. We passed it on our way in and I was focused on it, and that's why I made the wrong turn and led us down the wrong trail further than we were supposed to. But I think we'll go check that out tonight, and I'll probably take the drone. If it's clear like this, I'll take the drone, and we'll do a few more shots over there too, because I'm sure it's just as pretty as this one is. Man, what a beautiful morning. This is day 4, I think. Yeah, this is day 4, and just, you can't ask for a more beautiful morning. Just spectacular. Well, you'll see, or you have seen, depending on how I edit this. Just beautiful out here. I didn't catch any fish this morning. Oops. I didn't catch any fish this morning, but it also seems like the catching has been kind of few and far between. And the guys with the, let's see, I'll go through here. The guy with the float tubes seem to be doing the best, where they can kind of be out there and almost troll a little bit versus casting off the shore. But that's okay. I caught one, I ate one, and I loved it. So good. And they hiked to a different pond yesterday, right in the middle of that rainstorm, and I decided not to go. I didn't think my boy was quite up to the task, and I think it was a good thing, because it rained hard there for a minute. But they hiked down to another pond and did really good down there, and so we've got lots of fish to eat already. So I don't need to catch anymore. We're going to try and clean up what we've got here at camp so that we can pack out and hopefully have not too big of a pack out. So anyways, I'm going to head back to camp, and it's going to be time to start loading up the tent, sleeping bags, all that stuff. I'm going to go see if Double T's up and going, and we'll head on out of here. So at this point, I assume some of you are watching us in horror as I put this tent away wet. There's not much I can do about it out here. So I'm gonna have to reset this all up when I get home. I'm gonna have to hose stuff off. There's mud, moisture, all that stuff. So don't worry about it. But I am gonna take this opportunity in this beautiful setting though to go ahead and sign out at this point and say, until next time, lock them in, grab a gear, or maybe grab a backpack and some fishing poles. I'll see you in the hills. Well, I filled up the card on the GoPro, and I didn't want to unpack everything to get a new one. So here's the final score here. There's the emptied out camp space. There's my backpack, trekking poles, Double T's backpack, and Toner's backpack. Trekking poles, water, and net gator to keep me cool. So we're ready to start packing out. They're just getting the horses ready over there, and then we're going to start loading on and start the trek out, which for me is probably going to be a pretty slow one because it's all uphill. So wish me luck. Nice job. Well, we made it up to the top. We're in the truck and we're headed out, and gonna go find a shower and a bathroom and some good food and have a good bed is the plan. But we've got Double T in the back. We're drinking on some sports drinks and some wheat thins and just enjoying life. How did you think that hike was? You made it though. Carried your backpack the whole time too. Pretty impressive, huh? I think so. So, all in all, a great adventure. Thanks for watching. Grab a gear, or maybe grab a backpack and some fishing poles. I'll see you in the hills. Did you like that? No, you didn't? You didn't think that was funny? Mm-hmm.